everybody, I'm Crystal. I'm going to be doing your video for your genetics unit. So to start out, I have a few terms to just talk to everybody about. The first one is chromosome. Now, chromosomes carry the genetic info for an organism. Humans have 46 chromosomes, or 23 pairs. Half are from your mom and half are from your dad. And then the next one is gene. Genes are what control the different traits that you see, so such as hair color or eye color or how tall you are. That comes from your genes. And then the next is trait, and that is the feature of an organism. So again, hair color, eye color, how tall you are. And then the last one is allele, which is the alternate form of a gene or an alternate DNA sequence. So basically, that codes for something else, something different from what you normally would see. So down here, I have the allele for brown fur, shown by this little strip on the pair of chromosomes. And then over here, I have the allele for white fur, shown by the green strip. They look exactly the same, but this one is white fur instead of the brown fur. So back to gene pairs. Gene pairs can come in two different forms. There are heterozygous pairs, which are genes with two different alleles, and homozygous pairs, which are genes with two of the same allele. So over here, you may see a rabbit with brown fur. His alleles are both brown. And then over here is a rabbit with white fur, and you see there is a brown and then that green allele, which codes for the white fur. So kind of diving a little deeper into that, we have alleles and traits. So there is a dominant trait that is the trait that always shows up. It's the trait that you always see. So for my example would be the brown fur. And that is typically shown with a capital letter. And then the recessive is the trait that is masked or covered up, and that's typically shown with a lowercase letter. So for my example would be the rabbit with the white fur. And then to do that, there's genotypes and phenotypes. I always had a hard time remembering which one was which, so I always remembered it with genotype, which is the genetic makeup of an organism. So genotype is genes, the genetic makeup. And then with that is the phenotype, and that's the observable characteristic of that you see in an animal or a human. So down here, I have a homozygous from before dominant trait, which would lead to brown fur. And then here we have a heterozygous trait, but since that dominant trait is present, that rabbit is going to have brown fur, even though there is a recessive gene in there. Now, to get white fur, the animal would need two or no dominant trait present. So homozygous recessive would lead to white fur. Now, to predict what fur an offspring of a pair might have, we would use Punnett squares. So I kind of did an example where brown fur is dominant to white fur in rabbits. So my first example is a homozygous black rabbit mixed with a white rabbit. So the parents are capital B, and then two lowercase b's. So to do this, you would mix this one with this one, leading to a heterozygous dominant pair. Same with right here, and same with here, and here. So if you remember back from the last slide, as long as there is a dominant gene present, all of these baby rabbits are going to have brown fur. So if we go down to the next example, which is a heterozygous black rabbit mixed with a white rabbit, parents are capital B lowercase b and then 2 lowercase b's, we would get, back to this, B, B, so because the one parent was a heterozygous, has a heterozygous trait on it, we do see some white furred baby rabbits, which are shown by the 2 lowercase b's here. So 50% of the rabbit babies would most likely have brown fur, and 50% would have white fur. So that's all I have for you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and thank you for watching.